Look at the speed I'm generating here now. This is all coming in live. This is C image. This is uncensored. This is running on low VRAM machines. In short, it's pretty amazing. Now I'm going to tell you how to set this all up. You can use the FP8 version if you're on low VRAM, but even the BF16, like the full model of C Image Turbo, runs on like 12 gigabyte plus VRAM. But you can go even lower, that's fine. So, but something to note, as you can see this running, like there's a lot of similarity in the images. So if you're using the same prompt over and over and over, you will be getting some of the same images. And this is kind of similar to what we had in Quen, right? So if you want to see some variation, you got to spice up that prompt, maybe use an LLM to keep changing the prompt. But as you can see here, it's moving at very quick speeds, and I'm generating a 1024 by 1024 image in 6 seconds, roughly. And I'm currently using the FP8 model. Now, for your convenience, I have put all the model links here. You can download this workflow from my free link on my Patreon. So you're just going to go to the link, you're going to scroll down, and down here you can find the JSON you can download. There are also some install instructions here. If you like that, again, this link is free. And when you drag this into Comfy, you're going to see something like this. If you don't like Comfy, you don't want to work with Comfy, that's fine. I can recommend Swarm. Swarm is amazing. It's essentially built on a Comfy backend, but you have the front end and the user interface too. Now, let's continue with this workflow, right? So all the models are going to be listed here. So depending on your system, you're either going to download the BF16 or the FP8. Honestly, most of you can use the FP8 and it's going to be easier for your machine. I'm running it right now. So you're going to download that and put it in your ComfyUI models diffusion models, right? And then you're going to download the text encoder and you're going to put that into ComfyUI models text encoders and the VAE. This is the same as Flux, so if you have this already, you're all good. You're going to put it in ComfyUI models VAE, and it looks something like this. So you have your Comfy folder, models, the diffusion models folder. That's where the main model goes, the image turbo. So you choose either the BF16 or the FP8, the VAE folder for the AE, and the text encoder folder for Quen. Cool. If you downloaded that, you also need to update Comfy to the latest version. You can either click Manager and click Update Comfy, or you can do it from the update file in your Comfy folder. Make sure you press R so you refresh or update, and then you will be able to see your models. Then it's all about setting your size. We can even go bigger if we can do like 1536 here. Let's change the prompt here. Let's take a penguin with a top hat. He holds a sign that reads penguin. Background is tropical paradise. Now, if you generate this, I'm currently using 8 steps using Euler simple. Now, for the FP model, I did increase to 8 steps. For the BF16 model, the recommendation is 6 steps, and most of the time it's fine. You're going to lose some precision on the FP8, but overall it's okay. We did actually not have him hold the sign, so we're going to try again. It looks like in this generation, it's kind of holding the sign. Something to note is that people, when they're standing a little further away, will be trickier. Portraits are going to be amazing. Animation in general, or not animation, but anime looks pretty good too. Prompt understanding is good for a turbo model. I mean, obviously it's not going to be amazing, but I would say it's good enough. And it for sure warrants an upgrade from, if you're still using like stable diffusions, SDXL or whatever. I don't know who does that, but maybe you are. A cat, sleeping in the snow. So if you have an LLM to pad your prompts, I would probably do that because that's going to get you better results. And the official documentation essentially says that. So if we do that, oh, here's a little kitten. A dog is sleeping next to it. Background is mountains. A snow leopard is also there. The sun is shining. Golden hour light. I mean, you can keep going, of course. You probably want to do like, expand it like this if you really want to get into the weeds. But as you can see, we are getting good prompt understanding even from a quick model like this. As you can see, we're still just generating live here. So these are all random results. And we even got the sun and the golden hour. And the cool part, we actually kept some of the composition. So we could just add in more stuff. Now, this isn't a good way to edit an image, but it's kind of cool. A red ball is in front of the dog. See if we had time to get that in before the generation started. Oh, we actually did. So even though we did that, it kind of, well, it seems like this one is failing, but we'll keep generating and see what happens. Yeah, we kind of lost the dog in this one. Now it seems we're getting the dog back. So even like we have a cat and a dog, we have the leopard, we have the sun, we have a red ball in front of the dog. Let's say the leopard wears a top hat, a green magic potion is in front of the red ball. So let's see if I have time to add that in. If you notice that we don't have a negative prompt. Yes, we don't have a negative prompt. We were using CFG1, which essentially disables the negative prompt. I also, instead of having the prompt box, added a conditioning 0 out. So for the first generation, we're saving a negligent amount of time, but it's still saving some time. So if you are not using a negative prompt, might as well 0 out the conditioning. We are getting a top hat on the snow leopard. We are getting a green potion here. We didn't get it in front of the red ball, but it's kind of in the same realm. A woman in a trench coat sits on the leopard. See if that works. Probably. Oh, kind of. Let's see. No, sits close to it. So, yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, we're not getting all of it, but we are getting some of it. So, I mean, you get the point. You're going to be able to do some really, really cool stuff with this. And yeah, this is just a way to get you started. This is brand new. Let's get generating. And by the way, 1536 by 1536, which is about 16 seconds, and I'm running on a 4090. Cool. Much more community development for ZImage in the days to come, I'm assuming. It seems like the community is embracing this, so let's have fun with it. I mean, it's not a super large model like Flux 2, but it is generating amazing stuff at this level and these requirements. So, I mean, as you can see, face here isn't amazing, but for a quick generation, low VRAM, it is pretty amazing. It kind of is. So get out there, keep generating. Let me know in the comments what you think. As always, have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.